Welcome to Deep River Farm. Well, things are looking better since the rains came. My green beans, I had let them go to seed. It looked like we were done for the year, so I started letting them go to seed. Lo and behold, the rains came and we have new shoots coming up. Look at there. Ain't that something? I don't know why that faded out, but it did. Anyway, we have new life in the green beans. We've had some blooms. We got more runners. It looks like they're getting ready to take off again, just not real sure. I know that those trellises are absolutely loaded. Our okra has finally started to grow, and we're looking at getting some new pods in here that's starting to take off. If you can see that right there. Nice looking okra coming on. We're getting ready to lay us some more carpet down as a weed barrier out here. Our tomatoes have finally started getting some size to them now that we've got some rain. We got some that's getting close to baseball size finally. Finally getting us something to work with on a good sandwich. And we're just tickled to death about that. Proper support, ladies and gentlemen, is what you need when you're growing tomatoes. You're also going to need to know the type of tomatoes you're growing, whether it's a determinate tomato or an indeterminate tomato. The difference is a determinate tomato will get to a specific size, big around and height-wise, and it's only going to produce, most of them's going to come in at one time. That is not 100% accurate because you have different things that will justify longer times of tomatoes coming in versus they generally come in all at one time. Now these that you're looking at are a determinate tomato. They're supposed to be 4 foot tall and about 3.5 feet around. They're already, as you can see, they're even with those trellises over there. Those trellises are 6.5 feet tall. So they are way bigger than they're supposed to be. They're also, get off of there. They're also growing extremely well. I want you to look at this grouping of tomatoes. How many we've got on here? We've got 2, 4, 6 on this cluster. That's more than comes in at the grocery store. So there you go. And that all comes to the type of soil you have. You want to always remember not to feed the plant, but feed the soil. If you prepare the soil correctly, you'll have no problems with your plants. But getting back to proper support, knowing what you got. An indeterminate tomato is going to continue to grow. It's going to get big. It's going to be as big as a bush by the end of the summer. And it's very, very, very critical that you know what type tomato plant you're growing. You can't just go get tomato seeds or plants and throw them in the ground because you'll be overrun size-wise if you get indeterminates and you don't have a big enough area for it. So it's very important that you know what you are getting prior to planting. You need proper airflow on your tomatoes. That way you can reduce any type of possibility. It ain't going to be 100%, but you reduce it drastically by getting good airflow, by tying your tomatoes up, caging them, trellising them, however you plan to do this. It's very important they get airflow. Tomatoes are very tender. They're one of the first ones that's going to show any sign of disease. They're the first ones to show drought and wilt. Water, not getting enough water, that's going to be your tomatoes. And then when you do get you too much water, your tomatoes is going to be the ones that's going to show that because your tomatoes are going to split and crack. I did have a prior video out before the videos disappeared about the tomatoes cracking and all that type stuff. But it's very important that you get your watering and everything correct. Not over water, but you need enough water. And then there's a difference in the water as well. We're going to cover that on another video. We had one of those that disappeared that we did on water. So there's a lot of stuff to it. It's not rocket science, but it is a lot of stuff to it. So bear with us as we're going to basically start from scratch and go back and redo all these videos that's disappeared because I'm not getting any response from YouTube at all. I appreciate you joining us today on Deep River Farm, and we're going to continue to make replacement videos for those that didn't get to see some of them. I know some people was trying to go back and look at some older videos for prepping for the fall and things like that, but we're going to do that. You can see we've just got us some old carpet. Somebody was tearing some out of the house, and that makes a really good thing to use as a weed barrier. And just throw it out, roll it out, and you can just keep adding to it, and won't hurt a thing. But I appreciate you joining us today on Deep River Farm. Y'all have a blessed day.